XRP, Hbar, Cardano, as well as a handful of other coins are exploding towards the upside right now. How much higher can these coins go during this bull market? And is there still time for us, if we're on the sidelines, to be able to get into these coins to see some significant upside from here? Well, with the US government regulations starting to take a big shift and lots of other big updates for these particular coins, things are looking incredibly bullish. So in this video, we're going to dig deeper to understand whether or not there's significantly more upside or not for these coins, and have a look at some other things that we should be paying attention to. So hit that like button and let's get into today's video. Now guys, even if you are newer to crypto and you jump across to this cryptobubbles.net chart, you're going to be like, wow, there's a lot of big growth that's been going on in the last month or so, but a few coins will catch your eye with the biggest growth yet. One of them, XRP, up 453%, Hbar 753%, XLM, Algorand, IOTA, even the likes of Quant have been blowing up towards the upside. And you're like, yeah, but lots of coins have been going up recently, so why is this such a significant thing? Well, because a lot of these coins were from the last bull market, and in fact XRP comes from the bull market before that. And after pretty much having dead price action for a long time, XRP in just a couple of weeks has gone up 428%, which, considering that XRP has the third biggest market cap in crypto, is absolutely insane, because it's a $155 billion market cap. It's been going up in the tens of billions of dollars every single day for the last week or two. So why on earth are these coins pumping? Well, I talked about all of these coins a couple of weeks ago, and I talked about ISO 20022, and these 8 coins, of which like XRP, Cardano, etc. are the biggest, are all ISO 20022 compliant. So what is this ISO thing? Well, actually, it's pretty boring, but it's actually a financial messaging standard. And for example, what this means, if I have a Barclays bank in the UK and I want to send you some money in, let's say, Canada to your Citibank account, then these two banks need to have a common language that they both understand to be able to receive and send transactions. And this is pretty much what this ISO compliance thing is. And it's incredibly important because now we've got the US government changing to a pro-crypto government under Donald Trump. We're seeing the SEC's Gary Gensler stepping down. These ISO coins now have free run to be implemented into traditional finance systems, or at least that's how the story goes. Now, obviously, as well, we've seen XRP exploding and XLM and a handful of others, predominantly because XRP for years has been under scrutiny from the SEC, and in particular Gary Gensler, who Donald Trump said he was going to fire, but now Gary Gensler said he's going to step down, giving the green light for XRP, XLM to see a lot of growth. So now we know why things are cooking. So now what we're going to do is identify whether or not we should be buying into these coins, considering they're up 400, 500% in just the last few weeks. Well, before we get too carried away with all that news and excitement behind why these coins might be going up and why they're going to continue to go much, much higher in the future, let's start to understand a little bit more about why crypto coins actually pump at given times and then start to cool down. And therefore, to do this, let's have a look at some coins that have been running very hot recently before we saw XRP, Hbar, etc. taking over. Sui, from back in the summer, pretty much in August, we saw a pump all the way up 686%, which is pretty decent. And if you were subscribed to my channel back in September, then you would have caught this video where I told you I was selling my Solana to get into Sui. Since then, it went up 263%, and then it's had a nice pullback. Other coins that have been running well recently, Solana, you can see has been blowing up towards the upside and then had a good pullback. And I know, guys, you're like, Solana and Sui, they're not the same, okay? But relax, I'm getting to the point. Understand where I'm going with this, because we're going to use it to identify whether or not it's the right time to be buying into these coins or not. Well, this is going to make things very clear for you. This is what happens during a big leg up stage like this in the early stages of a bull market. Now, with projects like Sui, for example, which are a bit newer, you have a lot of venture capitalists who invested in Sui before it even came to life, probably at around a 10, maybe even a $20 million valuation, before it then blew up and launched around $1 billion. This would then launch, and then you can see some of that money being taken out by those early investors. They then do what? They invest their money back into it. They invest in things like marketing and others that cause the pump to continue. Then we get what's called FOMO from people who've been kind of missing out on what's been happening, and then they kind of start to buy in, driving the prices up aggressively until the amount of money from the guys who are willing to FOMO in runs out, and then the people down below start to take more and more profits, and then the price corrects. This has then happened again. You get institutions, large money buys in down here, smart money as well. And then what we get is like marketing, etc. We get more and more attention and excitement. As the price goes up, more and more people want to buy it, keep FOMOing in, etc. The stories, the narratives build around why Sui is going to be the next Solana and all these good things. all until a point where SUI basically tops out, and then it goes for a bit of a quiet time. It topped out back on the 14th of November, which is a good 2.5 weeks ago, and since then it dropped something like 25%. Therefore, a lot of people who bought into SUI up here have been pretty upset for 2.5 weeks, and particularly if you're newer to crypto and you bought in up there, there's a very good chance that you panic sold your crypto bags and you made a loss of 25%. And if it's the first crypto trade you've ever made and you've lost 25%, I can imagine that it probably stung really badly and you are now very scared of getting back into crypto. And how do I know that? Well, because I've also been through bull markets before as a newbie in crypto, and I know it's quite a challenging and difficult place to be. But don't worry, I'm going to teach you how to understand exactly where we are in these mini market cycles. Now, one thing that's very key to note is at the top of these price bumps, we see max attention being paid to that particular coin. And look, this is SUI Crypto on Google Trends. Basically shows how many times it's been searched for compared with other times. And we can see we saw a massive spike up until what? The 10th to 16th of November. Let's go back to the chart. SUI, 10th to 16th of November, 16th of November, it tops out here, comes back down. So we know when maximum attention is on a coin, there's a good chance that that coin will start to ease off and then maybe go into a situation of pullback. And how about Solana? Well, Solana topped out on the 23rd of November. If we go across to trends and look for Solana, what do we see? 17th to the 23rd of November, Solana is the most searched for it has ever been because the prices are at all-time highs. So this is a little bit of a clue for us, isn't it? When something is at all-time highs in terms of attention that coin is bringing in, it's worth considering that we might see a pullback. Now, to all of those people who are getting ready to write an angry comment down below because you're part of the XRP army or Hbar or some other kind of like crypto army, which to me is just a bit strange because crypto coins are just bits of code that you've invested in that you want to make some money in. I get it. Okay, that's why you're obviously so emotionally attached. But let's just let it go for now. And let's think about something very, very crucial to all of this. And we're going to use XRP as the example. XRP down here, the market cap was around $30 billion, I believe. And now the market cap's $158 billion. And yes, policies and information might have changed, but realistically, is XRP now making any more money really than it was before when it was down there? Now, I know people down below will be telling me yes, because it's been doing this and whatever. And yes, you are right, with the new government, etc., it does open the gates for XRP to have much more freedom. But right now, it just changes the promise from one thing into another thing. This fundamentally is only being driven up in value by speculation, and therefore speculation goes up and down based on attention. Okay, therefore, at the time of recording this video, if XRP or Cardano or any other coin out there, this is not singling out anything. I don't have any hidden agenda. I can't pump or dump any of these crypto coins because my channel is not big enough to do that, and these coins are far too big. But if these coins are at maximum attention, then who is left to come in and buy more crypto from you? And you're like, well, yeah, but there's loads of retailers who are left to come in. And that's a good point. But lots of retailers who are entering later into the markets have never been in crypto before, and they're not going to be there to start pumping billions and billions of dollars into the market, are they? Because there are guys down here who've been putting billions of dollars into crypto who are going to start to take money out. And you're like, yes, but the institutions have a lot more money than me. They're going to be coming in and buying the tops. And that's a fair point. Maybe the institutions are going to come in. But guess what, guys? This is Goldman Sachs, one of the biggest banks in the world. Not the biggest, I don't think, but one of the biggest. And this is how much money Goldman Sachs made in September 2024. Net profit margin, 40% on the revenue of $12.3 billion. Goldman Sachs didn't make that much money by buying the top of coins that you, little Timmy, and the other lads bought into earlier on. Institutions don't buy the top of coins from retail investors. You've got things upside down, unfortunately. We, if we're smart, and many of you are smart because many of you are probably getting into XRP down here, and you probably have much more faith in everything in XRP than I ever did, so good for you if you did. Let me know down below how much money you've made in XRP, this bull market. Then happy days. But remember, you need people to keep buying up here for the price to keep going up. And if the attention is already high, who's going to be left? So what can we do? Go across to Google Trends, look at where XRP is right now. Oops, XRP is at 100. It is 4 times higher in terms of search volume than it has ever been before, which is pretty damn incredible considering XRP is a pretty well-known coin. And in comparison, look at Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin hasn't even got anywhere near the previous highs. So what does this mean for us? Does it mean that these coins can't go any higher in the future? Well, absolutely not. because crypto markets move in phases and different coins will pump at different times. That's why we've already seen Sui having a really good run. And Sui, as I look at it right now, you can see today, as we've seen like XRP and stuff having a little bit of kind of sideways action, not going down, just going sideways. Sui is suddenly pumping towards the upside again. Today is up nearly 11, nearly 12%. Interesting, right? So in the same time, we've seen XRP kind of going sideways a little bit, going up and down, not so much. People are probably taking money away from this and starting to look into other coins. They will eventually come back to XRP, Hbar, etc. But there's a problem. When all this attention comes to these coins, people go after these coins and start talking about them in more detail. They keep telling you that the coins are going to go higher and higher because it makes for good clickbait on YouTube. Like this guy telling you Hbar is going to go to $5, and others telling you that you're just at the bottom of this cycle and it's going to be exploding towards the upside even more, towards $20. And yes, who knows whether $20 or not is a good price prediction. But right now, in my opinion, you're looking at a chart that is very close to its local top. That doesn't mean that it's going to dump. It just means that there's a chance of having some form of a little pullback. I'm not talking a massive one. I'm talking maybe like a 20 to 25% move, which could bring us all the way back down to like $2 or 1.9, isn't out of the question. And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, but this coin's different because of this news and that news and all these other bits and pieces. This is very much fair enough. But remember, crypto is simply running on attention. Big investors, they buy in low. Smart investors have also been buying in down here, but we don't really have much of an impact. Over time, more and more money gets forced in through marketing, media attention, etc. And particularly bigger coins that have big institutional investors, we know they do because they're over on their websites, are probably also drilling lots of money into these coins. And look, this chart's nearly 400 years old, and it shows perfectly what a crypto bubble looks like in the short term. And this should allow us to not ape in and FOMO into charts. Look, media attention. This was for the tulip bulb business in the Netherlands, which absolutely spiraled out of control. And guys, if you're like, oh, this is bullshit, it doesn't mean anything. This chart is exactly the same as any crypto chart that's ever been through a full-blown bull market. Whether it's Bitcoin in 2017, whether it's Dogecoin in the last bull market, or any other, they all go through a very similar phase. Right now, if you feel like people are being greedy or delusional or whatever, it's time to cool off. Then you can wait for the market to cool down, people to stop paying attention to that coin, and then you can go and get back into it. And I'll give you an example of what some of this delusion and stuff looks like. This is Carl the Moon, okay? Another influencer said that he sold his XRP. He actually didn't sell his XRP. He closed a trade where he made $5 million. And you come down below and this guy's like, you're an effing moron and blah, blah, blah. And this guy getting really aggressive saying, oh, well, he sold out too early. It's going to go much higher. This is the kind of delusion and stupidity that you can see kind of in and around these areas. So what do you do? Well, if you're holding these coins and you're up in profits, good for you. If I was you, I wouldn't be trying to sell to anticipate a pullback. Okay, because it's kind of risky. You never know, tomorrow XRP could be up another 20, 30% and then see a pullback. But a pullback will come at some point. Now, if you are yet to get into this coin, but you're so desperate to get into it, then just wait. Okay, you can wait till you get a pullback, and then you're not going to see any attention. But probably the reason that you want to get into this coin right now is because you've got the FOMO that this coin is going to carry on pumping. It won't. Okay, I guarantee, buy in after the pullbacks, after people stop paying attention, and that's how you can make money in this bull market. I guarantee that if you start buying into tops of big green candles, you might get lucky and tomorrow see another 20% up towards the upside. The higher those bars go, the more and more difficult it is for you to see some significant returns, particularly on coins with market caps of that size. So just how much higher can these coins go during this bull market? Well, just to manage some expectation, because I know there's been some crazy price predictions put out there, let's just have a quick think about what's going on. And the best way to do that is to look at a total market cap of crypto. This was the total market cap of crypto back in 2018, $724 billion. From there, it went up a whopping 290%. Now, the chances are that we won't go up as much as that during this bull market, because obviously as we go higher and higher, the numbers have to get exponentially bigger to be able to meet those kind of percentage gains. Now, it is kind of widely talked about that a healthy kind of price target in this bull market could be up to and around $7 trillion. That's basically going to see a significant kind of high beyond this kind of level of resistance here. Now, $7 trillion is near enough a 2.5x from the last bull market top. And that's a lot of money. But if we say go to $7 trillion and Bitcoin at the moment is nearly enough 100K and is likely to maybe go to 150K, that's going to say that Bitcoin is going to be worth $3 trillion at the top of this bull market, leaving only $4 trillion for the rest of the market. Ethereum at the moment is near enough $500 billion. There's a chance that Ethereum does a 3x, okay, maybe even more, taking it to $1.5 trillion. So if we've got $3 trillion plus $1.5 trillion, that takes us to $4.5 trillion. Okay, leaves us with $2.5 trillion. There is a lot of other coins out there that also are getting pretty big in terms of market cap, like Dogecoin, for example, $60 billion. Solana, all of these coins will continue going up. Cardano's, Avalanche, okay, these are all going to bring in more and more market cap into the crypto market. XRP, currently at $154 billion, to do a 10x has to go to $1.5 trillion. Is it possible? Well, absolutely it is if the bull market goes to $7 trillion. But you will then start to understand that that means that a lot of money's got to come away from all the other cryptos out there. All of the other speculative assets in crypto that offer lots of big upside and lots of excitement. XRP does get a lot of attention, but a lot of other coins will be pumping at different times and pulling that attention away. There is only a limited amount of market cap available, therefore there is only a limited amount of upside available. And this bull market is no different. No crypto asset is different from any other. They are all attention games. They go through phases of disbelief and hope and optimism and belief and thrill and euphoria and then complacency, anxiety, denial, panic, capitulation, anger, depression. All coins do this. They go through smaller phases and bigger phases of this. And ultimately, every time a coin reaches into a euphoria phase, of which XRP is probably already at that phase right now, having done recently a 4x, then you're going to see a bit of a period of time like this, which is going to drag on further into the bull market. Then you're going to see more and more time elapse towards the end of this entire crypto bull market, where there might be time for another couple of legs up in XRP, but really for it to go up that much, there needs to be a lot more money flooding into the space, and I don't think it's going to happen in this bull market. XRP, I do anticipate maybe sees a 4 or 5x, and if you're already up 4x, that is incredible returns, so well done you. But personally, I don't really want to be taking risks of buying into the tops of coins that have really more than a 5 to 10x upside. Now, guys, I know that's going to upset a lot of people. I'm not here to try and upset you. I'm just here to try and level you out and make sure that people aren't brand new to crypto and aping into the top of these coins, because you know it, I know it, they're going to get burned, and we need to be able to handle ourselves through this bull market correctly. Now, I will do my best to update you on any key news and information about these coins or any other, and on my channel I'll always tell you how it is. I also teach you how to fish, okay? So I'll always go out there, find different tips and tricks to help you along your way so that you can make as much money as possible in crypto. So if that sounds good, make sure you subscribe to the House of Crypto. We're just about to hit 200,000 followers, so thank you very much for all your support. Now, if you're looking to go and buy or sell any cryptocurrency, I 100% recommend that you don't use the likes of Coinbase and Binance, because they are incredibly expensive and they have very limited number of coins. If you want to be able to find small cap coins where you can see significantly bigger upside and you don't have to do a KYC, then I recommend you use Bitunix, which is linked down below in the description. I personally also use MEXC because between these two exchanges, I can find every different coin out there. MEXC has around 4,500 crypto coins available. You can also enter with a chance of winning a $12 million prize pool and supercar giveaway. Absolute no-brainer. Sign up for these two exchanges linked down below in the description. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.